So how are you all doing with this coronavirus? Here, sweetie pie. Going around, just checking in on you. Let me know how you're all doing down in the comments and what's your situation where you live. I'm in Ontario, Canada, and as last night or early this morning, we got ordered to shut down all non-essential businesses, and if you open, you get a fine. So I'm a dog groomer and I'm non-essential. So I can't work, and you know, if someone sees me working, they can snitch on me, and I don't want to take a chance. And hey, sweetie, I want to do my part to help stop and spread this virus. So you know, it's best to stay home. So I am self-employed, so I'm not sure if I'll get any money from this. You know, they're giving people money and, you know, applying for EI. So I have to see what category I fall under. And but I do have my YouTube channel that brings me a little bit of income, but I use that income for my pets, so they'll be okay. And you know, I'm sure we'll all get through it. It's affecting everybody in their lives and their jobs and everything, their bills and all that. So let's just hope this virus. Hey babies, no fighting. Let's just hope the virus goes away soon. If you all stay home, maybe the virus will stop. Well, that's what they're hoping for anyways. If there's nobody outside, nobody can catch the virus. So please stay home, wash your hands, and wear gloves, wear a mask, and just stay away from each other. It's called social distancing, which is a fancy name for stay away from each other for about 6 feet, so they say. So stay safe. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. These are all my birds. If you can, well, there's a few here. I do have a lot of birds. If you like birds and other animals, subscribe to my channel and you can see all my videos, and you can go check out all my previous videos. So what I'm doing today is answering your questions. I'm going to answer one question per video. And today's question that I'm going to be answering is, do my budgies get along with my other birds, or do they just stay together as a flock? And I have 7 budgies. Monty, I don't know what Monty's doing. Monty's a little bit weirdo. He's always going, So basically, yeah, my budgies don't really interact with my other birds. They hang out together and fly around together, eat together, but they don't fight, or they don't, you know, chase other birds or try to feed them. They just stay together as a flock. And I never have an issue with my budgies or my other birds bothering them, or them bothering my other birds. So, but I know, like, since I have a flock of budgies, it's a lot easier for me. And because I know there's some of you who have one budgie and you want another bird, like say a cockatiel. Sometimes they will get along, but sometimes they won't. But sometimes they will get along out of the cage and not in the cage. So if you have 2 different species of birds, if you're thinking of getting another bird, another budgie is the best option. But sometimes they don't get along. So you always have to have separate cages for how many birds you have. I have tons of cages because sometimes my birds will fight and I got to separate them. My birds are out all day. They don't really fight, you know, when they're out, because they can get away from each other. They'll bicker and peck at each other, but they will fly away. In a cage setting, it's smaller. The bird can't get away. So, and then the bird, you know, one bird can get territorial. They might not let the other bird eat or drink, and the other bird will starve to death and die. Or they might fight over purchase or toys. So it's always best to have separate cages, especially if your birds fight, because it's like basically like having your own bedroom. You know, most kids or people would like their own bedroom, their own space. They don't want to share it with their brothers or sisters. You know, some people don't mind, some people hate it. So just picture like the cage being their bedroom of where they sleep, and then they can come out and have fun and go back to sleep without sharing any of their stuff. Now, some birds love to be together, like budgies, they're a flock, and you know, the budgies will be fine in a cage. Sometimes cockatiels as well. It depends on how big your cage is. Maybe you have an aviary where that's fine. The bigger the space, the better they get along. But sometimes you can have a bully. I remember a long time ago, I did have a bully budgie who would attack any bird, like other budgies, cockatiels, so it can happen. So I really did have to rehome that budgie to someone who just wanted one budgie, because I couldn't let it out. I had to separate it. It would try to get out. So, It really depends on the individual bird, on how they're going to act and react around other birds. But if you have a budgie and you're thinking of getting another bird and you don't want another budgie, a cockatiel is nice, a linea is nice, rosy borks are nice, but don't put the rosy bork with the budgie. Sometimes it might work. Like my borks, I have 5 borks. They hang out with my budgies, but they're not caged with my budgies. But they will go in each other's cage, and my borks are probably back there. I don't know where they are. But they sit in the budgie's cage, and they're fine. But I never close the door. Once you close the door, aggression can start. Aggression can start. Fight over food and water and perches. But sometimes birds just get a little bit aggressive in a small space. So it's best to have 2 separate cages if you want 2 different species. And never get like a lovebird or a parrot. They're a little bit nasty and like to bite other birds. Just don't ever house them together, and be careful if you own those 2. I do have 1 lovebird. He's a male, and I find them sweeter than females. A lot of people say females can be aggressive and cage territorial. Mine's okay, but I wouldn't house them with another bird. He's actually in love with my cockatiel, and I wouldn't house them together. They come out and they feed each other. Where are they all anyways? Nobody wants to come and sit here. I think it's getting nappy time. What time is it? No, nappy time's a little bit later, but I'm glad. I hope you can hear me. I have my microphone on, and I know my birds are loud. It's my budgies. See how loud they are? So I like to make my videos back here because I know you all like to see all my birds instead of sitting in a boring, quiet room. Come on, guys. Hopefully you can hear me. Who wants to come? Come on. Oh, okay. This is Jingles. Hi, Jingles. You want a treat? Oh, now Monty's going to come and chase him away. I think Monty's jealous of my other birds coming toward me. And that goes to show you how they can be, jealous or just territorial of their space or their birds that they like. So when you house 2 together, they get territorial of their stuff and will beat up on the other bird. Beat them up or, kill them. So you have to be really careful. Monty, would you like one? Aw, good boy. You be nice, okay? There we go. There we go. So that's Monty. This is Jingles. Willow, are you coming? Let's see if I can get Willow over here. Come on, sweetie. Come on, Willow. Let's go. You're not Willow. That's Galaxy. That's my Sierra parakeet. He's actually in love with my cockatiel Willow. They love each other out of the cage, but I don't house them together. Oh, you want a treat? Don't bite my finger. There we go. Here, you want one? There we go. I can just stay here all day and feeding them all individual little seeds. This is a safflower. I give it to them as a treat. There we go. You want one too? Yay. Yeah, so hopefully that answered your question. If you have any questions you want to ask me, just ask them down below in the comment section and I'll try to answer them for you. And I just want to say, make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and practice your social distancing, and only go out if you have to. So let me know your current situation down below in the comments. And, are you going to talk? I think they're going to talk to each other. He says some words, Jingles. He says, what are you doing? And he says, give me a kiss. I never heard them talk. But Jingles, my cockatiel, says a few words, and he whistles some songs. It's so cute. I wish I can get it on tape, but as soon as I get the camera out, they stop, right? Okay, no fighting. See these 2, how they're bickering? That's what can happen with your budgie and your other bird. They do this, and then in a smaller space, they might really harm each other. Because they're in a bigger area, see, they can fly away. So only house them if you have a big aviary or a big open room where if they do bicker, they can fly away. If it's smaller, they can just chase each other till the other one gets tired and just beat them up. So that's not good. What are you doing? Are you silly? Come here. You want a treat? These 2, Monty, because Monty likes Willow. He doesn't want this one near Willow or near him. See, they can bicker. They don't hold each other. Or hurt each other. They just beak each other and chase each other away. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. So do stay safe and wash your hands and stay home. And I hope you all have enough toilet paper to last you for a while. Take care.